For months, the name Jichangwook was on everyone's lips, but not for the reasons it should have been. Once the epitome of elegance, charm, and talent in South Korea's entertainment world, Jichangwook found himself swept into a whirlwind of scandal and speculation that threatened to shatter his entire legacy. But today, all of that changes. Today, Jichangwook has finally cleared his name. The truth has been revealed, the controversy laid to rest, and the world has now been introduced to the woman who gave him the courage to endure it all. Don't forget to subscribe, because what you're about to hear is the untold story of pain, perseverance, and the powerful love that held Jichangwook together when everything around him fell apart. It started with a whisper, an unverified post on an anonymous forum that claimed Jichangwook had been involved in misconduct during the filming of one of his recent dramas. The accusations were vague, but damaging enough to send shockwaves across social media. Claims of inappropriate behavior, professional arrogance, and behind-the-scenes manipulation began to spread like wildfire. With no clear evidence and no statement from the actor or his agency, the rumors snowballed into something monstrous. Sponsors pulled back. Scheduled interviews were cancelled. And Jichangwook's image, once polished and pristine, was suddenly under siege. Fans were confused. Many didn't want to believe it. Others demanded answers. But through it all, Jichangwook remained silent. That silence, however, wasn't guilt. It was strategy. He was waiting, gathering the facts, consulting with his legal team, and bracing himself for the war of truth versus lies. And through every sleepless night, there was one person who never let go of his hand. One person who stood beside him not just in public, but in the private darkness no one else could see. The woman who became his anchor, his shield, his light. Her name? Nam Ji-hyun. Yes, the same Nam Ji-hyun who starred opposite Jichangwook in Suspicious Partner. The same woman who was once rumored to be just a co-star but has long been suspected to be something more. While neither of them ever publicly confirmed their relationship, what Jichangwook just shared in his latest press conference has not only set the record straight, it has touched the hearts of millions. In a bold, emotional appearance streamed live on national television and social media, Jichangwook finally broke his silence. He began not with anger, but with humility. "These past few months have been the most painful and revealing of my life," he said. "I was accused of things I did not do. I was painted as someone I barely recognized. And for a long time I stayed quiet, not because I had something to hide, but because I needed to protect the truth." He then revealed that a full-scale investigation had been carried out by an independent legal body hired by his agency. They interviewed production staff, reviewed behind-the-scenes footage, and analyzed the source of the online posts. The conclusion? It was all false. Fabricated. A smear campaign initiated by an anonymous party with personal and professional grudges. With the findings made public, the allegations instantly collapsed. Those who had contributed to the defamation are now facing legal consequences. But for Jichangwook, it wasn't just about clearing his name. It was about reclaiming his peace, his purpose, and acknowledging the one person who made it all bearable. With his voice trembling, Jichangwook looked directly into the camera and said, "There was someone who stood by me even when I started to doubt myself. Someone who didn't need proof to believe in me. She gave me strength when I was at my weakest. She is the reason I'm still standing." The crowd fell silent. And then, in the moment that stunned everyone watching, he finally said her name. "Nam Ji-hyun. Thank you for being my strength." Within minutes, social media exploded. Hashtag Jichangwook innocent. Hashtag Nam Ji-hyun his strength. Hashtag Wookie speaks out. Hashtag real love unfolds. For fans who have watched the two grow close since their iconic on-screen pairing, this wasn't just a statement, it was a confession. A confirmation that their bond had evolved into something real, something unshakable. Sources close to the couple have since come forward, revealing that Ji-hyun was with Jichangwook throughout the entire ordeal. While she kept a low profile publicly, she was the one coordinating support behind the scenes, making calls, consulting with legal experts, and even personally reaching out to production members to gather testimonials in his favor. I've doubted. I've feared. But I've also loved. And that love carried me through the storm. To my fans, thank you for your patience. To Ji Hyun, you are the quiet miracle I never deserved, but always needed. Tears were visible in his eyes. And even the most skeptical journalists present felt the weight of that moment. As of today, JiChangWook is already receiving renewed love from the industry. Brands have resumed their collaborations. Drama producers who previously paused offers are now eagerly reaching out. And most importantly, the public is seeing him in a new light, not just as an actor, but as a man of integrity and vulnerability. In the aftermath of the press conference, JiChangWook's world began to shift, this time, in the right direction. Messages of love and unwavering support flooded his social media accounts. Hashtags like #Wookie deserved better, #JiChangWook cleared, and #JiChangWook and Nam Ji Hyun climbed to the top of trending lists across South Korea, China, Japan, and beyond. What had once been a painful chapter of suspicion and defamation was now being rewritten as a triumphant story of truth, character, and an unbreakable bond. News outlets that once ran with speculative headlines were now issuing formal retractions and apologies. Even critics, some of the harshest voices online, began to soften their tone. One widely followed industry blogger wrote, "It takes courage to clear your name. But it takes heart to do it with grace." JiChangWook didn't lash out, he didn't seek revenge, he stood tall and told the truth. It wasn't just fans and media who rallied around him. Industry insiders, too, began to speak out. Directors he had worked with over the years came forward with statements praising his professionalism, his humility, and his sincerity. Nam Ji Hyun, though still silent, has been seen by JiChangWook's side in a newly surfaced photo, walking hand in hand out of his agency building. No disguises. No attempts to hide. Just quiet strength, together. As one fan perfectly summarized, "This isn't just a comeback. This is a resurrection." And love was the lifeline. So what comes next? Rumors are already swirling that JiChangWook and Nam Ji Hyun may finally go public with their relationship. Some insiders even whisper of an engagement. But whether or not that happens, one thing is clear, the world now knows the truth. Not just about the scandal, but about the bond that never broke. This story is a powerful reminder that even in an industry filled with rumors, gossip, and betrayal, truth still matters. And love? Real, unwavering love? It still exists. JiChangWook is living proof of both. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates, because this journey is far from over. And with Ji Hyun by his side, JiChangWook's next chapter might just be his most beautiful one yet.